It is with humble and unfortunate hearts that I come to you to let you know that I have officially gone out of ketosis for the first time in 2 months. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I am officially not in ketosis right now, but I'm okay with it. So, let me tell you a little backstory. Not even a backstory, just more of a update, shall we say. So I have officially crossed my 2-month hurdle of being in keto and living the keto lifestyle. Love it, no complaints, very happy, feel great, life is good. YOLO, right? So this past weekend, I was like, even before this past weekend, I've been talking about a cheat day. I said, I love keto. I want to do this for the long term, but I have to have some balance in my life. I have to be able to live free and kind of know that even if I do get off track, it's completely fine and I can get back on track if need be. So that's where we are now. This is that moment. So let's see. Saturday, I decided that I wanted to go out with some friends, try a new restaurant, and it was Brazilian food. So I was thinking, before I went, I was like, okay, yeah, that's super keto friendly. I should be fine. Because, Brazilian food, Brazilian steakhouse at that, has meat coming right off the bone. I was like, this is perfect keto. So I get there, I'm sticking to keto, and it's a buffet. Buffets are never a good idea for me because there's all these foods you want to eat and you can just go back up as many times as you want to. So the more times I went up, the less keto friendly I became. I had some rice, I had some corn, I had some plantains, all things that are usually my favorite foods that are not keto friendly. So sitting there at the table, I was like, okay, so I know I've probably knocked myself out of ketosis in just this one meal. And that was the only solid meal that I ate that day. But I was sitting there and I was like, I consciously realized what I was doing. So then after that, we were like, hey, let's go to the movies. And movies are another trigger for me because I love popcorn. And I haven't been to the movies since I've been on keto because I knew that popcorn is a trigger. I love popcorn and I knew I was going to want some. And I knew that was way out of my carb allotment. So I was like, we're going to the movies. I want some popcorn. So I decided to turn Saturday. And my thought was, you're already out of ketosis. No point in, not enjoying something that you like. I mean, the ship has already sailed. So, enjoy the day. So I had some fruit snacks. I had the kids' popcorn and the fruit snacks that came with it and a Coke Zero. That was my cheat day, Brazilian food and popcorn. But it was a great cheat day. It was a day that I didn't go crazy on my calories, but I got to eat the foods that I wanted. And I only went up 0.5 pounds, which I'm assuming is because of the extra carbs that I intook. I held on to a little bit more water weight. So I'm actually okay with that. I'm not as disappointed as I thought I might feel. Plus, I knew what I was doing as I did it. Now, that was Saturday. Today is Tuesday. Am I out of ketosis? Absolutely. I did my ketone levels last night on the blood meter and I'm at 0.2. So the other problem was I had already meal prepped for this week before I had my cheat meal on Saturday. And my carbs are a bit high this week. They're right at 25 grams a day. So kind of like no wiggle room at all. So that was already not a good start. I was thinking that maybe it might be low enough, but it hasn't really been enough to get me back into ketosis. I was really surprised at the 0.2 last night. I thought I was just going to say too low to register. But anyway, so that is where we are today. Up 0.7 pounds. So not even a full pound this morning. Still working to get back into ketosis. So what am I doing? You might ask, what are you doing to get back into ketosis? This magical world that you keep speaking of. So that is a tricky answer. This is my first time really falling out of ketosis. Before it was like a mistake with a little bit of sugar and it was kind of easy to fall back in just because I hadn't really taken in that many more carbs. but this time was very intentional. So from what I've understood from the science, I need to deplete my glycogen storage, and to do that I can do the workout, drink lots of water, fast, eat really low carbs, the same to do as the first time. I saw some recommendations for the androgenous or the other kind of ketones that you can take. I took those when I was first starting to get into ketosis, and to be honest with you, I felt like I gained a little weight. Like, I don't feel like I lost as much weight as I could have if I hadn't have used them. They made my keto flu symptoms basically non-existent, but it's kind of like that. For me, it was I could not use them and feel horrible and not lose a lot of weight, or I can I came up with I can either use them, not have to worry about being sick but not lose weight, or I can not use them. It might take me a little longer to get into ketosis, but I'll feel miserable, but I'll lose weight. So I might tomorrow. So tomorrow's today is technically my Friday with my work schedule, and anytime I'm making adjustments to my keto diet plan, it always starts on a Wednesday. So I've tried the intermittent fasting this week, and it hasn't, it's been a lot harder since I've been out of ketosis, because oh my gosh, I was so hungry yesterday. I was starving. It was awful. So today is Friday. I'm kind of like, just chalk it up to the game. Eat your food like normal. Don't beat yourself up. You're doing the best that you can for today. But tomorrow, Friday, you can kind of or Saturday technically, you can get back on track. So what I'm planning to do tomorrow is go way back basics to week 1 basics of hamburger, bacon, cheese, salad, keto coffee. As basic as I can get, just because I had great results in the beginning. I'll be doing that ruled.me program. You can go to the website, and it was easy to follow. I was full. I liked knowing what I was eating and when. I liked to cook the things that they were having me make. So I am going bare bones back to normal to get back into ketosis, which I'm okay with, because it's kind of like when you're on a diet program, you have to, or not even a diet, just when you're trying to eat right, you have to be consistent. So one bad day is not going to throw you out of, it's not going to ruin your diet. Like, as I said, I gained a half a pound, which I don't even notice at all. I feel different. Like, I feel tired today. I feel kind of drained. I forgot my MCT oil at home. My memory isn't as sharp today or yesterday. Yesterday was a struggle to get through the day, and I feel like today might be a repeat of that, just because I'm already so tired. But there's nothing that I can do about it right now, but just get back in the saddle and do my best to do what I can. That's all I can do. So that's what I'm trying. That's what keto works. That's the long and the short of it. I know it works. I've seen it work. I feel it work. So it's, I'm allowed to have slip-ups. Would I recommend this slip-up again? Right now, no, because of how I feel. Comparatively to how I felt when I was in ketosis compared to how I feel now, it's definitely noticeable. I don't like it. Was the popcorn worth it? Maybe it felt like it in the moment. Hindsight, I think it'll be a lot easier to make cheat day decisions, because though things sound like they're going to taste good, is it worth this 3 days of feeling awful afterwards? And I don't know. And when I say awful, it's I'm really tired. I feel low energy. Like, I feel like I could go to sleep and sleep for like another 5 or 6 hours, even though I slept 8 hours last night. Foggy a little bit, not as crisp. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. It's just, I just feel different. And it's been a slow on process. Sunday I had a lot of energy. Yesterday I was like, and today I'm just like, I'm tired. But it's one of those, you live and you learn. So I've done it. I've tried. This is going to be a true testament to, what I've learned on keto. And I think it's really funny. I have people who are like, well, you're not really keto adapted. And these are people who don't even do keto, keep in mind. They're like, well, keto really isn't a lifestyle for you yet. And I'm like, first of all, that's not really I didn't really ask you for your opinion. But secondly, you know, I do my best. I try to make it my lifestyle. I don't have cheat days frequently. I don't, you know, get off keto. I definitely try to abide by the rules of keto to the best of my ability. So it's kind of insulting when people are like, well, it's not like you're not living the keto lifestyle. I'm like, what do you mean? Yes, I am. Like, what are you talking about? But sometimes ignorance, you know, people don't know. But I just stay to my game of what I know. I know that I can see the weight loss when it happens. I know that I can feel the difference. And even that alone is enough for me to stick on it. Though I can't even say that I miss carbs. It's not that I'm like craving them at all. I don't sit around and crave it. I have, you know, substitutions for everything that I want, from ice cream to brownies to pastas to, you know, everything that I like, I have substitutions for. So I'm like, if I can have the substitution and like it, why would I go back to eating a different way where I gained weight, I was bloated, I didn't feel nearly as good as I did when I'm on keto? Like, yeah, there's some minor changes and additions that you have to do, but to me it's worth it. So that's why I continue doing it. But you're gonna always have haters. You will always have haters. People will be like, oh, I can't do it. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, I'm just tired of arguing with people. So people, do you. But I'm on my way to work. I made some more keto brownies for the people at work because they have been really skeptical about this keto thing. So I made 2 batches. One is more cakey brownies, and the other one is more ooey gooey chocolate brownies. I think I accidentally undercooked the ones from today, the ooey gooey ones. My better judgment said that I should have kept them in the oven for like 5 more minutes, and when I put the fork in, it came out clean. So I was like, well, maybe they're done, but my better judgment told me otherwise. So I put them in the oven after they cooled, because I was, you know, thinking maybe they might cook a little bit more. They didn't. I mean, they hold together. They're not like batter. They're just not solid. So what I decided to do is I put them in the oven, cold oven, turned it in up to 350 so it could cook a little bit slower, put it in there for 10 minutes, and then as soon as I took them out of the oven, since they were still a little too ooey gooey, I wrapped them in foil and kind of hope that I can keep the heat in and help them cook just a little bit longer. But long and short of it, I have 1 batch that turned out fine. But the brownies are delicious. Like, they're so good. Keto brownies, it's peanut butter, eggs, ethanol, vanilla, powdered sugar, or the ethanol, that version of the powdered sugar. I put a little coffee in there, a little water, just to bring out that chocolatey flavor, the Hershey's Dark. But long and short, it ends up being about 5 net carbs. Well, maybe probably even less than that. It's a cup. I got to do the macros. When I did the macros the first time, it came out as 4 net carbs, which doesn't seem right because there's peanut butter and almond butter in there, plus 2 eggs. But then again, it is divided. I made 12 brownies, I think is what it was. So it could be right, but I'm going to redo it again today and see what it has. But I am tired, so I feel like I need a nap, and I have 9 minutes to be at work and clocked in, so I'm just kind of like, But I wish you all the best of luck today in your ketoing, and remember that if you have fallen off the wagon, don't, beat yourself up about it. There's literally nothing you can do to take back what you've eaten, so just let it run its process, do your thing, get back on the horse, and hopefully by Friday of this week, so today's Tuesday, hopefully by Friday of this week I can have positive results again and tell you that I'm back into ketosis. But it's a journey, it's a process, and just roll with the flow and enjoy the movement. But I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck in your ketoing, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.